calling you a radical, so to the nightmare nuclear reactor in Iran. That thing, now come on, Israel has admitted that they've sabotaged it before. It's an emergency shutdown. Here's the thing, the flaw about ideologies, countries fighting over nuclear energy. Again, I can't overstate this. You go to Russia, go anywhere in Eastern Europe. They'll all tell you the United States blew Chernobyl. And you think that's all a far-fetched thesis in the United States, the Apollo Farron fucking Balco on chemo. You don't know shit. Edward Teller was asked about it. I remember Edward Teller, I pissed on Edward Teller's grave, by the way. You're talking the most evil, deadly mass murdering creep who ever walked the face of the earth. Well, you're probably responsible for poisoning the planet and killing millions of species, and I don't care as long as I stop them Russians. The mad Hungarian, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. They want a new empire. They want an empire. The Ottoman Empire. The United States want an empire. The British Empire. They all want an empire. Let's get nuclear energy. Control the world. Which came first? The chicken or the egg? The nuclear bomb? You got to have a nuclear reactor to make a fucking nuclear bomb. Israel knows that. Did they sabotage it? Well, let's start from the beginning. Let's go to Barry Antoinette Obama, one of the greatest rats who ever walked the face of the earth. Fukushima cover-up, Fukushima cover-up, Fukushima cover-up. Remember when Student X got outed? How did he get outed? What was that? Him and Netanyahu? No, there's been a regime change. A regime change has happened in Israel. There's been a regime change just the other day. The hardliner in Iran. Has there been a regime change in the United States and third world America? Don't drink the fucking water. Toxic hellhole, debt fucking planet USA? No, you got the same regime. America. You got the same regime. Obama, Trump, Biden. That fucking pro-nuclear fucking cover-up Fukushima meltdown regime. So stay with me. So, new boss, same as the old boss? I don't know, but awful coincidence, isn't it? Right as the new Netanyahu pulled. So when Obama and Netanyahu were killing young nuclear scientists, blowing up whole families, bombs in their cars, killing them, it was outed to the New York Times. Barry Antoinette Obama, just like the speech, the greatest liar who ever walked the planet, Barry Antoinette Obama. I can prove this. This is not opinion. On the White House lawn, on St. Patrick's Day, 2011. March 17, 2011. I want you to know what we know. The nuclear disaster that's happened in Fukushima, what radiation fallout is coming over us. The plume is not deadly, is not affecting the coast of California or Oregon, but we will keep you abreast of everything that we know, that I know. We will keep you. Never mention the word again. He was flown to South America that day. His whole family was already there. Now let's get real. With Jeff Immelt, the CEO of GE, one of the greatest criminals. He flew 2 planes that day. Immelt did. 1 plane after his plane, in case that one had problems. So, they didn't have to blow up Fukushima. They let Mother Nature do it. Building nuclear reactors on the Ring of Fire, TikTok. Kevin, I did thousands of lectures. Where's it going to happen? It's going to happen in San Onofre. It's going to happen at Diablo Canyon. It's going to happen at Fukushima, Japan. So, it's outed. They called it the virus, the malware, which was more than a virus. They were murdering whole families. Got outed to the New York Times. That's when the New York Times did report a little bit of panic painting. They would report 1/10 of the truth. Now they don't report any. What's Fukushima? Nobody covered up Fukushima harder than New York Times. Nobody. Not even CNN, not even Operation Foxconn News, run right out of the House of Windsor. The board man. If they find out who it is, Obama's going to get him. What? It's Cartwright, the 5-star Marine? The same guy that was in the Situation Room when Fukushima happened? Yeah, that guy. The guy who said, make it so, nuke the USS Reagan. I love the new documentary that's out, that HNK called me. I was headed to Italy then. And, because I met him out there at the Noah Gay Hanger ceremony when I got to hold the paper crane. No Utah media was there. They were there. Who owns TEPCO? HNK. Oh, never did anything. I was in the bone marrow transplant next to one of the sailors who died. He was in the room next to me. He died. I protested so hard at that ship. They switched that ship out with USS Washington. They had a Little League sleepover camp on it, propaganda. The San Diego Chargers practice on it. I'm the only protester who was there. The only one. I'm the only one that's ever there that anything matters. Cartwright. Can we send in the Reagan? John Holden. Axelrod's like, Rahm Emanuel in there. Nato Khan was forced out. Abby, the whole clan. John Holdren. There's your top of the freaking heap monster. John Holdren from hell. Lisa Jackson. Gina McCarthy. Make it so. So they find out who it is. He's convicted in a court of law. He's going to prison. Yep, the 5-star. Now remember, he was going to be the Joint Chief of Staff. He wasn't the Joint Chief of Staff. The Navy Admiral was. The Navy Admiral, I know what happened in the situation. I know word for word. Why do you think they're so scared of me? Fucking attack me when I'm in critical condition. Done all this work while fighting for my life. Make it so. Nuke your own men. The Admiral's like, no fucking way, no way. You'll kill him. I want the whole island evacuated. I want them evacuated of all military personnel and civilians, which was underway. 32 ships were sent in. It was on their way. Marie Antoinette backed them out. He got sent to prison. Obama pardoned him. Just like Trump pardoned freaking Flynn, Manafort. It's all the nuclear... Hunter Biden. It's all the nuclear energy crime syndicate. They think they run the world because they're going to be the next empire. The Ottoman Empire. What was it called? Arabia? Until Rothschild took it over? He took it over? They're not Arabs? What? Did Israel blow it again? My guess, yeah. Did Teller blow Chernobyl? Well, I grew up in the Cold War. My dad was murdered in the Cold War. My dad was a Special Forces Marine. It cost him his life. By his own people. His own people murdered him in the Nevada test site. You don't think they killed people during the Cold War? A little polonium to the tea. Oh, they're right in your face. You don't think the United States CIA would have blown that reactor? It was a new reactor. Kind of like the one that's going on in China right now. Brand new. The first nuclear fission SMR ever. Besides 8/8/2019. You don't even know about that one. That blew up on the White Sea in Russia. Killed the 8 lead nuclear physicists in all Russia. This is their board game. So it's an emergency shutdown. State-run media in Iran going to tell us everything. Remember 1979, Iran-Contra? The whole Bechtel's baby, Stephen Bechtel is dead. Reagan, you mean the blue Democrat from California? He became Bechtel's baby. Remember the hostage situation? Wasn't that revolution a woman's movement? And then the radical clerics took it over? And then the whole Iran dog and pony show that got Reagan elected? Maybe also Carmel, California, 1980, November. Kids, the Bush CIA has occupied the White House. They will never leave. First thing they will do is whack Reagan. Has Israel fucked around with this again? Well, there's a new regime change. Netanyahu on the way out, this guy on the way in, and the power struggle is on. There's a new regime change in Iran just this week. Hardliner. Another beheader, like his cousins over there, who they pretend they fight with in Saudi Arabia. We need jobs for these nuclear energy reactors. Well, I heard they're hiring beheaders. God, they almost had to lay off a couple beheaders, I heard, in Iran and in Saudi Arabia. Now, who created Saudi Arabia? Now, who flew the planes in to 9/11? They were Saudis? What? Where did the money trace? Right to the Bank of London, to Saudi, too big to jail? Huh? Whoa, wait a minute. Iran and Saudis hate each other? They're going to build reactors there? A little nukie never hurt anyone. It is on. Well, here's the bottom line. All these monsters that want to be the next empire. Just remember this. Nuclear meltdowns don't know borders. They don't give a fuck. If there's a fucking nuclear meltdown in Iran, there's a nuclear meltdown in Israel. If there's a nuclear meltdown in Belgium, there's a nuclear meltdown in France. If there's a nuclear meltdown in Sweden, there's a nuclear meltdown in Denmark. If there's a nuclear meltdown in Hungary, there's a nuclear meltdown in Austria. If there's a nuclear meltdown in Japan, there's a nuclear meltdown in the United States. Jet setting moves left to right. Breaking news. If there's a nuclear meltdown in China, there's a nuclear meltdown in the United States. If this thing if they've blown it, all hands on deck. How about the meltdown that's going on in China right now, the new SMR, the only activist that's fought that experimental reactor? Remember, Pripyat was a brand new city. It was the old breadbasket. They drained it, the marsh, and turned it into a city. Brand new Chernobyl. And this is important. Now listen to me. HBO, the documentary, I consulted on that. What'd they pay you with, Kevin? They gave me a beanie and a juice at the San Francisco airport. Beanie got stolen. Juice was good. I think I'll have me some. So I fight for my life. They shot that on location, not in Chernobyl, the sister plant that's a disaster over there. I think it's in Lithuania. Remember the plant manager? He was also in Harry Potter. Brilliant, brilliant actor, not very old. Do you know right after the shooting on location, wasn't long after, he started having some problems. Didn't think of much of it. There's rumors out there that he's made all kinds of statements that he thinks it was filming on location. Do you know he died this year of cancer, of leukemia? Young. So just remember, in Israel and or Iran, keep fighting each other. You nuke one, you nuke yourself. You nuke them, you nuke yourself. Just like Fukushima. Mother Earth fucking nuked that. Building nuclear reactors on the Ring of the Fire. TikTok, Diablo Canyon. So I need to raise fucking some money. Pronto mundo. I'm going to leave in the next few days. Get my dead tide pool. Fuck, we got the strawberry moon. Strawberry nuclear waste filled forever. Nuclear fallout is forever. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Mother Mary came to me. Didn't she die from Shellfield young? Let it be, let it be. Fucking JFK blown away. John Lennon blown away. Fuck, what else do I have to fucking say? Let it be, let it be. Lennon. Oh, no. Now, where did Yoko come from? Isn't her father an imperialist? Isn't the Japanese empire? I thought we had 2 world wars fighting these empires. The wannabe Hitler, whatever he called that Nazi empire. The Ottoman Empire. The fucking British Empire. The United States military industrialized war pig wannabe. That one's gone. It's over. Fucking Chernobyl. I've talked to Gorbachev twice to say, you know, his wife died very young from the Chernobyl meltdown. Annika, my mate, she died at 38 years old. She was the most beautiful thing you ever saw. Genius. Both her brothers. She said they came in the night. Says, you're called up. Got 30 minutes. Let's go. They both died young. She died young. Gorbachev. It was that meltdown. Now, did you think about it? How bad did the United States want to take out? Weren't they allies in World War II? Stillman. What did Churchill use to poison him? That was Stalin's cable. When FDR dropped dead, they found that mine. Truman, drop 1, 2. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, that sick, demented fucker. Huh. Little polonium in the tea, a little more fucking... Think about it. During the Cold War, if the United States knew there was a way to take out the USSR, back, would they have done it? If you think not, you're a stupid motherfucker. You are one naive, ignorant fucker. Did it work? Oh, it worked. Gorbachev says that's what took it down. What took down the United States? The United States is over. Fuck, they're so fucking dead, broke, fucking 30 billion, fucking rigged elections. Trump didn't win, but neither did Bush. Rigged fucking Supreme Court, rigged courts. Huh. Hyperinflation. Don't drink the fucking water. There's no doubt in my mind. Right as the regime, was it Netanyahu on his way out? You know, his power structure was there for a long time. His people's still there. You know, do you think that Netanyahu would like to fucking kill everybody in Iran if he had the chance? Are you kidding? Of course he would. Do you think Iran would like to kill everybody in Israel if they had the chance? Of course he would. Do you think the United States would have fucking killed every single fucking living person thing in fucking The OESFR, they got you. Fuck, of course they would. You think the USSR would have done it? Most likely. Well, not the people, the powers there be. So if you're thinking that this isn't being fucked with, you're one naive fucker. You know, Cartwright, Haas Cartwright, the 5-star, inside the Situation Room. March 12, 2011. I have the transcript. Make it so. You'll kill them all. John Holdren. Rahm Emanuel. Well, Obama looks at him. If you don't, it's going to kill a lot of people. It's going to poison the Pacific Ocean. It's going to be tough to clean up. It's going to be a nightmare. We don't entomb it now. But if we do entomb it, it'll be the end of the nuclear energy crime syndicate. Nuclear energy is done. Barack Obama, John Holdren. Remember Gregor Jackal carved down like a little freaking third-grade girl in the corner being bullied. What an insult to a third-grade girl. Haas Cartwright, the same guy that leaked it to the New York Times, that they were freaking using software to blow up these reactors, to blow up all these centrifuge processes, to blow up all things. Make it so. No doubt in my mind Israel's done this. Iran do it to Israel? No doubt in my mind there was a Russian explosion by there. Now, if you know about that big monster reactor in Israel, the Apollo Pharaon Chemo, there was an explosion there recently. Just to say this to Israel, I'll say this to Iran. Nobody's right when everybody's wrong. You nuke them, you nuke yourself. You nuke them, you nuke yourself. Nuclear fallout don't give a fuck about your borders. It doesn't give a fuck about your lines you've drawn in the sand. Oh, I know. I've watched way too much nuclear death. Oh, I know. My dad died. Special Forces Marine, nuked by his own people. Make it so. No doubt in my mind what's going on there. This is serious shit. This thing's been fucking up for a while. And, so this is some dangerous fucking war games that are being played. Really fucking dangerous shit. Sliding with Biden gonna fucking... Well, it's gonna have to be culturally from inside Israel. The people of Israel are gonna have to culturally fucking do this. The people of Iran do have no voice. Well, neither do the people of Israel. Fuck Netanyahu's fucked them so hard. Same with these fucking psycho clerics in fucking Iran. I mean, it's a bunch of power streak. These fucking elections are all gamed and rigged. Ask fucking Saga. I thought the Japanese power 2 years. I know NATO personally. He's walked up to me and with tears in his eyes told me, "Thank you, Kevin Blanche." Well, you're the one that built up the nuclear issue. Why are you against him now? U.S. CIA made me do it. Yelled about the sea. This is a big deal. And I'm telling you, TikTok. And they're like, well, could happen, might happen. Already happened. Fukushima. Fukushima's wiped out 98% of the fucking Pacific Ocean. So back to doing typos on the strawberry moon. Need to raise a couple $1,000 pronto mundo. Thank you everybody for support. It's historic work. What's going on over there? Well, they crashed Radnet. So the United States, state-run media in Iran, they sure didn't fucking tell us. State-run fucking media in Russia, Tass Provad, remember, Lesson was beat to death on Remember the 5th number, the guy who started fucking Czar-T. Putin's old Tass Provad. What's the most state-run media in the history of humanity in the world? United States. And if you don't believe me, you know fucking shit, patriotic. Just one word. If you don't believe this is state-run media, and then all the fucking YouTubers, 99.999% of them, are just spin doctors. Fucking being nudged along and fucking motivated by an AdSense account. They just move that AdSense account and they fucking go along like Freudian dogs. Lap dogs. Anybody who's any real grassroots activist like Kevin Blanche, we get nowhere. Well, they think we get nowhere. I'm the guy that started Black Lives Matter. Well, it turned into it. It wasn't Black Lives Matter. It was the anti-police brutality movement. I invented it. I started it. It's unarguable. Which was called the Post-Ignorance Project that evolved into the Million Miles March. I invented it. I led it. I started it. I did it right here on YouTube. We had a chance. I try. Fucking sheep. Did they blow it? I don't know. We'll find out. What about the one in China? the most state-run media in the history of mankind. The United States. Foxconn News run around in the House of Windsor. Until you make it illegal for a foreign entity, board members to sit who were not born and raised in the United States on any board of mass media. And you think that's a far-fetched idea? It was that way in this country for fucking centuries. Actually, well over 200 years. Without the fourth pillar, we have nothing. Thomas Jefferson. And we have nothing. You got me, baby. You got me. Fucking stay tuned. Heat is on.